CBC Radio 1, 740 AM and 93.9 FM in Edmonton. Tomorrow on The Current.
Hundreds are dead after a surprise assault by Hamas on Israel over the weekend. Israel has now declared war on Gaza, and experts warn of a long and deadly battle ahead. We'll bring you the latest coming up on The Current.
The Current with Matt Galloway. Tomorrow morning at 8:37, 9:07 in Newfoundland, and on the CBC Listen app. Howard's ex-roommate wants to show off his magic show, live on Wiretap. That's okay, but how do you make card tricks work on radio? And then Howard digs up some ancient dirt on Jonathan Goldstein. Literally, everyday magic on Wiretap. Coming up after the news.
From CBC News, The World This Hour, I'm Neil Herland. The Israeli cabinet says the country is now at war. Israeli airstrikes are pounding buildings in Gaza in response to a brazen attack that began Saturday. Hamas militants broke through Israel's border and staged a bloody rampage through nearby towns. At least 700 people have been killed in Israel, a staggering number not seen in decades. Lieutenant Jonathan Conricus is an Israeli military spokesman. He gave an update tonight.
There's still fighting going on in southern Israel. Our troops are still fighting and hunting down the last terrorists that are still inside Israeli territory. That is something that will take a few more hours, or maybe even more than that.
Global Affairs Canada says it's aware of reports one Canadian has died and 2 others are missing. A senior Hamas official says the militant group is holding more than 100 people captive. Another group that took part in Saturday's raid is the Palestinian Islamic Jihad. Its leader says the group holds another 30 people, and it will not release them until all Palestinian prisoners in Israeli jails are set free. The CBC's Adrian Arsenault is in Jerusalem tonight.
Those taken were either in their homes in communities just outside Gaza, or they were among the thousands dancing in the southern Israeli desert all night, effectively stranded in fields when the Hamas attackers moved in and started killing. Some lay dying on the road. Some were grabbed and paraded through Gaza. There are horrible pictures about of bodies broken and faces contorted in terror. How many people are being held by Hamas and other militant groups? Where are they? How are they being treated? Potentially 100 or more people have been taken from Israel and several other countries. That means they will likely be used as human shields. And Hamas may be counting on the leverage to blunt Israel's reaction. The days ahead will be so dangerous. Adrian Arsenault, CBC News, Jerusalem.
People living in Canada with ties to the Middle East are watching with growing concern and waiting to hear from loved ones. Philip Lee Shannock brings us the story of one family that got a disturbing message about their grandmother. But first a warning, some of the details may be difficult to hear.
Yoav Shimoni was in Kamloops, BC when he found out his grandmother was gunned down by Hamas during the raids in southern Israel.
My sister commented in our family group chat that my grandma posted a weird video.
Brabha Levinson was born in Germany to Holocaust survivors. She emigrated to Israel 70 years ago and lived on a kibbutz less than a kilometer from the Gaza border.
So the attacker took her phone after shooting her down and then started recording on Facebook and posted it on her Facebook account. So that's how we all discovered it.
But Shimoni doesn't hold all Palestinians responsible for the attacks by Hamas. In Ottawa, the local chapter of the Palestinian Youth Movement held a rally. Another rally in Montreal was held outside the Israeli consulate in the downtown neighborhood of Westmount, where they were met with police in riot gear. Rallies in support of Israel are also planned. Philip Lee Shannock, CBC News, Toronto.
The UN Security Council held an emergency meeting Sunday in New York to discuss the crisis. Riyad Mansour is the Palestinian representative to the UN. He insists the Israeli occupation is the main reason for the violence.
We have been calling for a different rationale. Justice, not vengeance. Freedom, not occupation. Peace, not war. The alternative is playing out under our very eyes.
And tonight, Prime Minister Justin Trudeau says the Canadian government is showing support for Israel on Parliament Hill by projecting an Israeli flag on the Peace Tower. And that is your world this hour. For CBC News, I'm Neil Herland.
Here is the weather forecast. In Edmonton, overnight clear with a low of 6 degrees. Monday sunny, high 25. Tuesday sunny, high 22. In Fort McMurray, overnight clear with fog patches, low 8. Monday sunny, high 20. Tuesday sunny, high 19. In Jasper, overnight clear, low 6. Monday sunny, high 24. Tuesday rain, high 16. You're listening to CBC Radio 1.
Hi, I'm Leah Simone Bowen.